Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Owens. This is another episode of Behind the Unicorn. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and comment. Please give us some comments as we're looking to connect with our audience and connect with our guest. So give us any of the comments below. We really appreciate it. Today our guest is Rachael Cockerell.
That's right.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
What brings you here?
I was just excited to hear what you guys are doing, and I love supporting local businesses. I feel like anybody who started something new, they obviously see something that could use a big change or something innovative, and I like what you guys are doing.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you having interest in what we're doing, and I hope our audience does as well. We're really wanting to provide content that connects with a business owner and connects with just anybody that's out there that wants a life hack or just something they can do, a little takeaway,
Absolutely.
So, are you originally from Oklahoma?
I am from Oklahoma. I grew up in Yukon. I moved to Enid. I've been in every small town possible. So.
All right. But then you also lived in California at one time.
I did. After I graduated from college, I completely appreciate my parents being so supportive, but then I was holding this piece of paper like, whoa, what do I do with an art degree?
Yeah.
So
art degree from where?
I ended up getting my degree at UCO. I started out at OU, had plans to get my master's, and my college professor slowly talked me out of that. A door opened, and I ended up moving to California, and I got into the film and television industry, and anything in the art department, set design, prop department was kind of my niche.
That's so cool. I just learned that about you today when you arrived. So
I know.
I had no clue.
I forget about it. It feels like so long ago. So
You forgot about it until you walked in and you're like, oh, wow.
Oh, cameras again. Here we
go. Yeah, that's cool. So, I say we're a MacGyver around here. So I would assume that you like tape and Velcro as much as I do.
I probably own more tools than any guy I've ever met. It's embarrassing. Even in my small little apartment out there, I had a little secret compartment with something in it for something. I could fix it all.
And for our audience, that is because she's behind the scenes, taping stuff, taping cords, making sure people's not falling down, something's not working, you tape it or you Velcro it up if you can.
100%. If I can fall over it, and trust me, I have, you will too.
You're like, how's that curtain held up? Oh, I use tape.
Magic. It's movie magic, guys.
Exactly. So that's not taped up there, but that's a cable.
I was impressed.
Yeah. What makes you a unicorn? That's a question that we ask everybody.
I think coming from a background that so highly advocated your success rate being in accuracy and precision, I find that I really thrive on this very high tolerance for imperfections and making things work and being more of a problem solver now rather than coming in from the beginning and knowing how to fix it. Now I just come in and pick up the pieces. So
this is going to be a 5-part show. This is going to be deep. No, that's a great answer. Do you want to explain that a little more for us?
Sure. So, my early career was really taking somebody's ideas, their vision on a flat, very, elementary profile and making it something bigger within these confines and restrictions of space and time and making it work. And kind of elevating that into, okay, I feel like I've mastered how to fix problems. How can I do this on a larger level? How can I help people and how can I evolve this? And so it kind of led me into this journey of trying to figure out a niche of like how to incorporate this into real people's lives of, I'm not just solving one person's problem of an edit or, a scene. I can really do this and genuinely help people make a step forward that is impactful for them.
For our audience, comment and let us know what you think Rachael actually does today. We're going to give you 5 minutes. Timer starts now. Not really. All right. So what do you do today?
So when I moved back to Oklahoma, I was looking for some kind of change, and my naive brain thought, well, I will do real estate. I have an extensive knowledge of interior design, composition. I know about structure and
film. And
I thought I'm going to get people into the perfect house, and I get to help them by being a part of this very major journey of a very big life decision. Yep. And anybody who's ever been in real estate or has bought a house or sold a house or knows someone who does will swiftly tell you that is not true. It's a very chaotic 30 days of getting finances, getting documents, and you think you're going to just go show pretty houses and just get to be the hero, and it's a lot of
walkthroughs, and you get to go,
100%.
You get to explore the houses.
I was like, I've got this. I can do that. I'm great. And now I get to talk to people and be in the real world again.
Yeah.
And as it developed, I really kind of changed my narrative and realized it's not about getting people into houses. It's really figuring out their story and what their big why is, and what the trials and tribulations and what the stopping point of getting them to that point really is. So as this kind of evolved, years into my career, I realized I started to kind of shift, and really it was more finding a good fit for people, whether that's getting into the home or getting them down the right path or introducing them to the right people to get them where they needed to be, not necessarily the place they needed to be. So.
Okay. So you're not a real estate agent.
I am still an active real estate agent. My role has just kind of shifted a little bit. And really, I would say about 2019, I think a lot of people felt a shift in their lives.
Sure.
Things started changing. It was, 2008 was the biggest shift in economy I think I had been through as a young adult, but didn't really understand, and it didn't really impact me personally, to where this was something that I feel like a lot of people felt hard. And, even if their careers didn't change, maybe their situation did. Working from home, working remotely, maybe they're getting paid differently. I know a lot of people went from a W-2 employee to 1099, and I just saw a lot of things happen, and a lot of conversations started changing and what that looked like for their future. So I think with that being said, it really resonated with me, and we had a lot of people from out of state moving here, and I just kept hearing a lot of different stories, and a lot of which honestly made me proud to be an Oklahoman and be here at this time. I think at one point they said 10% of everybody moving outside of the coast were moving to Oklahoma, which I thought was a pretty high statistic. And so I started asking people, why? What, you don't even have family here. What made this big decision? And of course, everybody has their reasonings, but I think that kind of made the jump of really finding this different niche of like, okay, it's not just, again, getting people into a house. It's trying to figure out a whole new life for them and how this journey goes and how we're going to get this done. So it was interesting. I'm a big advocate of small business. I feel like anybody who is willing to leave a successful career that they know and start something new, it's because there's innovation or efficiency or something, and I'm intrigued. Yep. And I came across a group of people that were doing something that I've just never heard of before, almost honestly sounded a little too good to be true, and I felt like I wasn't even looking for a change at the time, and I just thought, I want to be a part of this. Like, you guys are doing something really cool I've never heard of. People's lives are changing and no longer meet these certain box of qualifications or certain things that could allow them to make these changes and what was good for their families. So I kind of got on the other side of things, and still in real estate, but kind of on the back end of it now, to where I can be a problem solver. I say I'm kind of like the back pocket solution. I might not be your first choice, and that's okay. If you can go a very traditional route and get to a place you need to be, that's great. If there's a roadblock in the way, we're kind of that resource of being able to get you to move forward when you thought your journey kind of stopped.
Well, before we get too far, I need to say thank you to Ally Medical Marketing for being our sponsor of this episode. Thank you, guys. We couldn't do the episode without you. Thanks.
We're helping hospitals, clinics, and doctors train their staff and turn patient education into marketing. It's time to start letting your patients meet their physician before they meet their physician with Ally Medical Marketing.
So let's tell them the name of your company, and let's tell them what you do, because we haven't even told our audience what that is yet.
I forgot. I get so excited sometimes. It's Front Porch Homes, and we do non-traditional financing. Tyler and Lacey that started this company about a year and a half before I got on board with them. They both came from the finance world, and they kind of saw this gap, something missing. And of course, in 2019, all the lending laws started to change. Everything got a little weird, and everybody was uncomfortable and didn't really know how to foresee the changes in the future. So everything got a little bit more difficult. And they both left their very respected fields and started this company because they saw people who could obviously pay for a mortgage, and in most cases, their mortgage is sometimes lower than what you're paying in rent.
Well, we can pull the COVID card. I mean, COVID kind of messed up a lot of people's credit, right?
It did.
So I think of, front porch. I think of maybe my credit's not the best. I would like to get into a house.
Self-employed.
They help me get into a house. So, I mean, that's what you guys do. You help someone with not the best credit, right? Get into a house.
Self-employed, we have, everybody has the right to write off what they want in taxes. Everybody has a different story or a different reason why they can't quite check all the boxes off.
So if you can't, give her a call.
We fill in the gap.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I mean, and go ahead if you want to tell me some more, though, about
it's just something different that I've never been able to do before. And being on the other side of just getting, really in real estate, you're just a facilitator of bad news, unfortunately. Again, you think it's going to be about pretty houses, and all it is telling people, no, we can't do this, no, we can't do this, to where it's finally a solution where I get to be on the end of like, I get to help and actually save this. So,
which brings your story full circle. She was
does.
out
Who knew?
Filming, making all this, taping and velcroing things up, and now she's taping and velcroing up people's lives to get into a home.
That's poetic.
Right?
I love it.
That's what it is.
Well, you made it sound so special.
You're a problem solver.
I guess so.
Yeah. So, let's see. Episode sponsor. We got that one out of the way. I don't know where my other card is at.
Oh, no.
I don't know. I like food.
Oh, I love food.
Yeah. So what was your favorite thing to eat in California? We just asked this yesterday. Well, on a different episode, go find it, with Chanel Riccio.
Oh, what was her answer?
I can't tell you.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, this is a target research. We had target market research.
Okay, this is kind of not what I would expect my own answer to be. The one thing I really miss.
You expect your own answer not to be the answer?
The one thing I miss is I did walk everywhere, and I had my little fruit stand guy that was there every single morning. It was literally like a movie. She would toss me an apple. I'd bring him a cup of coffee. Like your own little
Seriously?
2-block community. It really was. Your little community of your few blocks were pretty special, and you started to recognize the same people.
Did you ever work that into one of those scenes that you were filming on? On one of the sets?
Oh,
okay,
this
guys,
is embarrassing.
I can do the apple toss and the coffee trade.
I kind of was considered an extra in some of these when they need some like filler, or they didn't hire enough extras, and I would get a call from like my brother and being like, were you just, I was like, yes, you weren't supposed to see me, but yes, I was. So I got somehow forced in front of the camera a few times.
So apple is your...
I guess so. It wasn't even by choice. He just started throwing me an apple every day.
So
and
now you like to eat apples.
I guess. I'm not even an athlete. I don't even know how I caught it. But yeah, that was our thing. And it was great. Yeah, somehow it worked. And so I would say...
So you had a good experience getting an apple every day from somebody. What's your favorite?
Now that I think about it, a complete stranger.
I think it was their favorite. That's probably your favorite experience in California.
Okay, fair enough.
What's your favorite food? Apples?
I would say everything is really based on like fresh produce. Okay, so the produce out there, guys, I can't even explain. Even when you walk by flowers, you're like, why is this so big? Oh, there's no bugs and they don't have all the crazy weather we have, of course. So everything is so fresh. I felt like there's in Koreatown, they have like the most amazing vegetable wraps and seafood wraps. So I would say
pretty good.
I was favorite? Well, now I feel pressure because yes, there's a lot of favorites.
You can only have one.
Oh, okay.
Apples.
It's not apples. Fresh seafood. There's a really great boiling crab place where it's a line out the door. It's totally worth it. It's 3 hours long, but they bring you bags of just fresh crab.
Not with Uber Eats and stuff now. You can just...
I don't even know how it works now. I've been here for so I was like, oh gosh, I hope they still can get everything that I like got to enjoy. It's crazy.
Yeah. Things have changed. Chanel's answer was the Mexican food.
I was surprised by that because I actually feel like it's better. They don't have queso out there.
I didn't ask her, but I assumed they didn't.
No. In fact, when you would ask it, oh man, they were so nice. They would literally like go, oh, hot cheese. They would like
cheese or something.
And they would heat it up on a plate, and I'm like, bless your heart, thank you so much.
Yeah,
and they just like don't have queso.
Yeah.
And so,
what's your favorite thing in Oklahoma to eat?
We have
Apples.
It's apples is where it goes every time. Pasta. Flips makes their own pasta. It's amazing. You can go there.
I've eaten the Flips. They're
Did you
down
know?
by the Chesapeake area.
Did you know that you can go and get a bag of their pre-cooked pasta for like $2 and take it home and make it with your own pasta? It's amazing. But they make all of their pasta fresh. So
Oh yeah, homemade pasta.
Yeah. So I feel
Sounds
like
a lot to make by your own, on your own. But
and
yeah,
to me,
that's
I'm
good.
like, oh, this is healthier because it's handmade, right? Isn't that
I
how
don't
it goes?
know. I have no clue. I'll have to look it up.
I'm going to say it is.
It is probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And just the food trucks. I feel like Oklahoma City is growing so much. It's gotten really cool, and they've really kind of catered to this whole like new wave. And the food trucks are so good, and
Yeah.
they keep popping up. So
I'll tell you
that's
why I
exciting.
hate food trucks.
Why?
They're loud.
I think you're loud.
I am.
do they outshine you?
They're just loud. They're like, the generators, they drive me crazy. I'm like, it's worse than, that's like going to a concert of generators and I'm supposed to yell over the generators and eat something.
Oh man, that's all I'm gonna hear every time I'm at a food truck.
It just sounds miserable. Oh, sorry.
Man.
Anyways, I'm not a fan of food trucks.
Okay, what's your favorite food here?
I don't have one.
No, because you like it all.
Yeah, I like
You
it
just
all.
stick to apples.
I'm not an apple fan. I like apple pie.
Okay, I can get on board with that. I can definitely. If that guy would have thrown me an apple pie, I don't know if that would have been better or worse, but it probably would have made me happier.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just ate some Thai food with my dad the other day. That was really good. Thai kitchen down the road. But I don't really have a favorite food. I'm trying to get out of, this sounds good. Like trying to not eat with my feelings,
Oh,
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
We have a huge Vietnamese culture here too, back like when they had the refugees come. So my sister-in-law is Vietnamese, and she has introduced me to a whole new world of things that I feel comfortable now that even though I can't read what it is, at least I know what it is.
Yeah.
I've tried to get a little bit more adventurous.
I think as I've gotten older, I like barbecue quite a bit.
Yeah.
Give me some good barbecue.
Yeah, that's very Oklahoman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you been to Clark's Clear?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good, consistent.
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get. We got any business hacks for our audience?
Oh, man. Business hacks. So my father-in-law used to say this. I've known my husband for years and years and years. And my now father-in-law used to tell me, never burn bridges. You never know which one you're going to have to cross again. So to me, that very much resonates with, in this crazy, chaotic world that I live in, everybody is very high emotion, very intense, and it can go a certain direction to, stay kind, keep it calm, and really work together. So don't burn bridges. It's a small circle out there, and, we're there to lift each other up. So
I always say the world is small.
It's just getting smaller.
And Oklahoma is smaller. So yeah, you have to do good work. So if you want to go out there and scam people and take their money and
It's
run,
hard,
then you
and
can do that, but you got to keep doing it. It's going to really suck.
That's what I don't know if it's just getting older again or just recognizing like, gosh, everybody can make a decision on how to run their business. You can still have a really successful one going down this road or choosing this one.
Yeah.
So.
And you said getting older again. Have you been old before?
Well, I have to tell you something. About 2 weeks ago, I was on the phone with somebody, and it was a something I was filling out for an application or something, and they were like, "How old?" And I said, "I'm 34." And John goes, "35." And I go, "What?" And I'm looking at my husband. I go, "I'm 34." And he goes, "You're 35." I literally lost a year and didn't know it. And I've been filling out every single thing
you
that.
lost a year, you didn't know it. Yeah.
No, I'm turning 30. I'm already.
You're about to be 36.
Yes, I didn't even know where
you were
this.
34.
Yes, I don't know what happened, but
Do you know
apparently
where you
I
are
am.
today?
I'm pretty sure. If I just keep saying Oklahoma enough, like that's right, right?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. So
Isn't that in a movie?
I don't know. I guess that is
Rain
like.
Man? Rain Man Ryan? Isn't it Rain Man?
I've seen it.
Oklahoma. My wife always says that. Anyways,
I'm gonna have to revert back to
my
that.
father-in-law will like this if he watches the episode.
Well, anyway, so yes, I'm getting older, and apparently I'm older than I thought, so it's fine.
That's hilarious.
I think I've been lying about my age for so long that maybe it's just now
Are you
coming
really
full
36?
I'm turning 36. So I'm
So
30.
you're not even 36.
No,
She doesn't even know how old she is.
It's like a month away.
What year were you born?
1986.
Not a lot of people want to talk about their age.
It's not that I was trying to lie on purpose is the problem, but I used to lie up about my age when I was younger. I wanted people to take me seriously and think I had experience. So at a certain point, I was like, I think it was whenever I turned 30 that I was like, oh, I think I'm finally good with this age. I'll start telling people
In the
my real
comments,
age.
let us know how old you think she really is.
No, don't do that.
In the comments, we'll leave you how old you are today.
Okay,
So you can always go back,
fantastic.
look at the episode, and we can get a couple of looks, looks at the episode. So, life hacks, business hacks.
Life hacks. Be kind and open doors. I had a client of mine that also was moving from out of state, and she's been working remotely though for years, has traveled the country, and it was a referral, and I got to know her pretty well, and she landed in Oklahoma for no particular reason. It was Texas. She had considered Georgia, Arkansas, and I said, why Oklahoma? I knew she was looking for a little space, something to, leave a legacy. And she said it was so simple and so profound. She goes, Rachel, when I visited, I stayed for 2 weeks. She goes, I've never had more people open a door for me. She goes, going to a restaurant, getting out of my car, she's like, every single person opened the door for me. I just thought that was so kind, and that was the reason why. So thanks, Oklahoma, for being so kind to strangers, but that was her reason for moving
on
here.
On social media lately, I've seen, just people, obviously, I know I would be connected to them, like, oh, I guess there are nice people out there still. I'm like, there are nice people out there, you guys. They're everywhere.
I know.
There's, like, if you're not around nice people, then you
What
probably
are
need to
you?
change who you're around. Like, they're everywhere.
Agreed.
You can't always, anyways, I'm like, where are you guys hanging out at? Granted, I mean, if someone gives your wallet back in a public place, they are right, but there's, anyways. Does Front Porch work out of state?
Not currently. We
So only in Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, but you help someone out of state. You said
we have a lot of people that move out
they're
of state.
moving here.
Their criteria doesn't quite match because if they move out of state, they can't qualify unless they've had residency, and that's not a qualification that we need. So we've done a lot of out of state clients.
So they're moving here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just curious. You said that, and I didn't know. I have to ask the business hack one more time. So any business hacks? The only reason I ask is because there has to be something that you guys how do you connect with you guys CRMs? What's one of the favorite things that you do that you're this makes this process so easy?
I would like to say that organically, I feel like they've had a lot of success. When I came on board, I asked them what they were doing. I was like, how are you guys even doing this? In their first year, they moved over 200 people into homes for 2 individual people with starting up a business. That's a very large number. And all of theirs was just talking to people. And I'm about to say this. Facebook social media has changed the world. And I was in this weird generation because I'm old, obviously, where when Facebook came out, it was truly I was in college and I didn't really get it. And I remember visiting friends in different out-of-state colleges and being like, why are you on Facebook talking to someone who lives a block from you? And I'm visiting you, and I didn't get it. And I remember getting on there and I was like, okay, I like seeing people's kids and kind of catching up. And I didn't really get it. And then I realized how much it brought people together. And I feel like in any industry, it's a lot to step up and raise your hand and say, I want help with this. It's a soft touch where people can get information from other people going through the same things. For experts, where they don't really have to sign a form, but they get real advice from real people. And it's an amazing tool to connect people. Yep. And it took me until I was, how old am I? 35? Till I was 35 to figure this out. I'm 35. Okay, thank you guys. Okay. I'm scared to read the comments, but it's fine. So
I'm
really,
one right now.
Social media has just been a really amazing tool to connect people. And again, in this time where people were not connecting for a very long time, it was just this really amazing thing to see how it worked. And like I said, we're not trying to force anything. We're not trying to sell anything. It was just a way for us to be hey, this is
You have
out
to
there.
put it out there to get it back, right? You have to just
Yeah.
educate. I think that's really what social media is. It's turned into the search engine. It's like, hey, where
It
can I find
is.
this? It's how can you educate people about what you're doing? And so if it's out there and they're wanting to learn about it, or they didn't know it exists, I mean, that's where video production and just creating.
It's amazing. It really
creating,
is.
consistent content. So
We have a new girl in our office. She's a little bit younger. And she was like, hey, I've got her on Facebook. She's been posting and like really learning about the real estate side. She comes from a completely different field. She goes, what's Craigslist? And I was like, oh, that was Facebook before Facebook. I go, you can post things. Let's see how that goes, actually. Put something on Craigslist. Let's just see how it goes.
Yeah.
And I was laughing because I was like, man, I used to really use Craigslist. And now I was so scared of Facebook. But
yeah.
it's crazy.
I do like Marketplace pretty good.
It's dangerous.
So follow-up question. I have my theory. Do you think social media is dead? Is it dying? Where do you see it going?
I would say I don't think it's dying. I think it's going in a direction sometimes that it used to worry me, which is why I think I always had my reservations, because it's so influential and impactful to some people who use it for various different reasons. But I don't think it is going away because, like I said, it's knowledge at your fingertips. We have computers that fit in the size of our hands. We can literally get any
Right.
piece of information.
People
It's
forget that that's a
amazing. And like,
computer, yeah.
yes. And so I think it's interesting that you get to talk to real people and ask real questions before you have to make a real decision, where before you were just kind of left there out on your own without anybody, being able to relate to these things. So I don't think it's going away.
What about? I feel like it's just still getting started.
Oh, I think
not
it's
even,
endless.
Yeah, it's not even. It's not going away anytime soon.
No. And if you think about it, we still had these platforms. They were just on a more private level. If you think about all these magazines and everything that we used to use prior to that, it's just all in one place now. Right. So it's just easier to.
Well, and as time has gone on, all of the functionality is starting to be there, and troubleshooting and all that. People they're just fixing all of it and making it all like more seamless, better user experience. And so I think it's still just getting started.
I think that's what used to terrify me. We hired a girl and I was laughing because I was like, I have this Facebook app on my phone that I never use, and I knew you worked at a place where I used to work. So I was like, God, do I know her? So I remember looking her up on Facebook, and then I was like, I was really glad you got hired because I think I added you as a friend or commented on something. I don't even know what I did. I was pushing a lot of buttons, and now we're friends on Facebook. So I'm really glad you work here. Mm-hmm. But
yeah.
I mean, now it's just like, now that you can see how it works and what it does, I think it's just like the tools are unlimited.
What about video? How do you see the video helping companies
I think
forward?
it's.
Do you think it's
the
same?
No, I actually think it's stepping it up a little bit because it's so much more interactive. And I think people can relate to that. It's not just these, perfect still images of this expectations of what you think. I think videos make it relatable, comparable, and more entertaining, and something that you're more interested in getting involved in.
Yeah, I think it takes down business-wise, trust factor really quick. I get to know you, I can see what it is, and then I always like if it's a business owner or someone in sales, whoever's there is in the video. So then it's more relatable. But using models and stuff is good too. It just depends on some other variables. So, what keeps you up at night?
I guess what keeps me up at night is
math.
Oh gosh, of course it does. It's just like rambling these numbers around in my head. It's like looking at colors that have shapes on them. I don't know.
Colors that have shapes on them. I like this.
I think it's just, there's always this decision of like when you're growing a business, and are you going the right direction, and are you making the right decisions? And everybody can grow their business differently. And like, how are you managing this and controlling it the way that you want to project it, and what you're doing to impact people?
How do you know you made it?
Because sometimes I can go to sleep.
Yeah. So you're like, I made it in business. I'm making it today because I went to sleep and I'm not worried about that just today.
I think that's a little bit of what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Good answers. Why do you do what you do? We've already answered this, but give us the answer.
Like I said, I always felt like I came from a helpful position and didn't really know how to help people other than like a monetary value or something that you're just accomplishing a task. And I feel like I do what I do because I really genuinely get to make an impact for somebody that maybe had no other options.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty awesome feeling.
Are these people that come, to Front Porch, are they like, no way, like, we really can get in a house? We really can? Are they like, they believe you or not believe you?
At first, they don't. Oh, I didn't either, to be fair.
Okay.
When I first had these conversations, I was looking for what's wrong with this situation because we've all been told no so many times, and I've been in this industry for a short amount of time, 7 years. But I've been down this road enough to where like I know the limitations as well. So when finally somebody gets to say yes, I mean it's a pretty impactful thing to get to do.
Do you guys have something like, okay, well this is where this is messing, this is where this went wrong, right? Or do you guys have like a system and process or something that they can flow to not have to go down that path?
Honestly, most of the time they've already been down that path because they have spoke with somebody who's already told them no, and this is why. And by the time they get literally to our front door, it's okay, let us tell you what we do. I literally was going to say it, and I was not going to be as cliche as I have been, but you said it. So it's pretty much like, this is what we get to do different.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
One or two things that you think our viewers should know?
Sure. I think one of the things that took me a long time to learn is navigating conversations, and even if you can't fit their need, just guiding people, and maybe somebody who does, and getting them down the right path, even if it's not to benefit yourself.
Sure. I like it. That's how we met.
It was.
That's exactly how we met.
It truly is.
I met with someone that is like, let me connect you with so-and-so. And then it was like a good big group of, well, hold on. If you don't know them, you need to know these guys or whatever. And so I think being able to step out and just do that, even how about this? If it pops in your mind and it's going to help somebody, do it.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely.
And I feel like that's how we connected.
Yep.
Someone was being that nice.
Yeah.
And they were being like that outgoing.
I agree. I'm going to steal it from Ellen DeGeneres. Be kind and think about others. And usually that steps into improving your own life and your own path by connecting everybody. And then it comes full circle because, like you said, Oklahoma is very small.
Yeah. And then Ellen, go ahead and step out from behind the curtains.
Ellen. Thanks, Ellen. Come on.
Come on over. I will get you on the next interview. We'll anything else you want to add?
No, this has been fantastic. I'm really glad you invited us, and I see a box coming out.
We have the box.
Okay. Ooh.
Unicorn glasses.
Okay.
You gotta take a pair.
Okay. Purple is my husband's favorite color.
Oh, well, they're for him.
Oh, gosh. He would. Oh, I instantly
Those actually look really good.
They do?
Yeah.
Do I look my age now?
I mean, 35 and a half.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for coming. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks for watching. Comment below. Let's see how old you think she is with and without the glasses. How old I am all the time. And thanks again to our sponsor. So thanks a lot for coming, Rachel.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Camera. Throw it at the camera. Good job.